got the spotlight on him. But
that's true.
Once again, Mr. E has been playing this game for a long time. I love how we're going to Smashville, though. We're getting into close quarters.
Yeah, this is going to be just two guys swinging around in a room. Like, they're just going to be, like, throwing blows at each other. And it is a duel of, like I said, two swords. It feels like we've got the disjoints on both sides. Mr. E still has some really good frame options with Lucina that I think sometimes exceed what Ridley is packing to the table. But Smub is really good at preempting those kinds of options and having an option ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Mr. E is now recognizing why going to Smashville versus Ridley may not be the best option, right? Smub has tons of zoning opportunities to get Mr. E to jump, for example, to punish it with a back air. The Space Pirate Rush, though, Ridley's side special is going to take that first one. Smub barely touched on this first stock.
Yeah, a very comfortable percent. Mr. E
mind.
trying to put the nail in the coffin, but that really only puts like 40 extra percent on. You take the jump, and that is what is most important, right? So gets the extra added measure of the counter just to pressure, and Smub cannot get out of that situation. Is just a checkmate.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, though, Mr. E landing beautifully and after getting that stock, a little bit more of a kind of spark of confidence within the player here. Good spot dodge, but Smub is going to be able to turn this around. Once again, we were talking about this last time we were watching Smub. The one fireball, just the one tasteful fireball that zones enough, puts you in enough hit stun where Smub is able to get a little bit of a follow-up for it. Mr. E, though, going for the Dolphin Slash, unable to find anything, but now we're back to the little neutral here that we've been seeing this entire time.
There was a couple moments where I think like Smub was getting some like falling nairs, but he's not spacing it well, and Mr. E is able to get the easy out of shield options. Like Smub just needs to elevate the spacing just a little bit more. He's starting to get better about it, but it's these edge guards that are really going to win him this set if he's able to capitalize as much as he is starting to. I think it's just like the neutral on Smashville is pretty well going for Mr. E, but Smub's advantage states continue to be legendary.
Yeah, I love the way that Smub just finds the pristine spacing on the angle down F tilt. It's going to be stock there. Mr. E, though, going to try and find a way to even it up in terms of stock, but I love the follow-up from Smub here. Going for the edge guard, not going to be able to find anything, but once again, this F tilt has been so hard for Mr. E to punish here. Going to be able to get the top hit of the Dolphin Slash here, as now Smub, though, still trying to carry on all the rage here. Down air not going to be punished, but the run-up grab, up throw is going to be coming into play. You can tell Smub just trying to line up for an up smash.
Yeah, of course, he's going for it again. And he's just looking for the same options because he knows that they're going to work. Gets Mr. E to pull the trigger a little bit haphazardly, go for the high Dolphin Slash to give himself protection, but it actually does the opposite. Sets Smub up for a prime positioning for the dash attack.
Yeah, really good stuff from Smub. I actually disagree with going to big stages, or smaller stages here, because Mr. E is now kind of experiencing what Smub is doing, right? Once again, we talked about this a little bit earlier. It's the nair, it's the single fireball, and it's the fact that Smashville is so small that you don't really have a lot of places to kind of run and hide. You're not able to reset that neutral consistently. Now, granted, that works really well for Lucina once you get the juggle, but look at this. I mean, Smub completely confident.
Yeah, it gets himself right back into the driver's seat very, very quickly. It takes 50% on in 10 seconds and counting. Now takes his resources. He's done. And Smub with a 0 to death just seems like he knows what Mr. E wants. And out of disadvantage, Mr. E just cannot make enough difference to deal with the pressure.
Back to back, though, bodying each other, perfect stocks and 0 to death. Mr. E not going down without a fight, but now, once again, I feel like Smub has been the primary aggressor this entire set so far, and Mr. E has been the reactor. He has to find a way to carry out this aggression, but there we go, landing aerial into the dash attack is once again going to put Mr. E in the corner still, but dash attack is going to get punished here. Now Mr. E going to have advantage here on the ledge, at least for the moment. The air dodge is going to get caught, finds the grab here. Now Mr. E needs something explosive because Smub, once again, just turning the tide so quick.
And it's tough because Lucina often not an explosive character. You could find a couple good 3-hit combos that could lead into a back air or something like that. And Mr. E, on a bigger character, can make that happen, but it's the jump, trying to get back to stage control that I think is letting Smub find his options very nicely.
Smub does an amazing job of calling out people who jump around him. We saw that versus PK Chris, and we're seeing that now with Mr. E. You cannot land into this guy. He is ready for it. Coming up with the aerial from the ledge here. Mr. E going to be able to find the aerial himself. Brings us down to last stock, game number 2. And once again, this player has been playing for so long. He understands adaptation, and he's looking a lot better in this game than he was in game number 1 here. But now Smub, once again, Ridley so big, covers so many options. It's unsafe. Even even with Ridley standing in the middle of the stage, for Mr. E to just standardly get up at the ledge.
Exactly, and look at how much like an imposing presence like smub is able to set up here on ledge, covering the space just below the platform and being able to jump and easily cover the entirety of it with a nair as well. I mean, there's so much that smub can do here. Mr. E is just running out of options and patience here on the ledge. Another jump, the same way we lost the second stock, we lose the third, and smub goes up 2-0 on Mr. E.
Yeah, I mean, we can only call out what we're seeing, right? We're seeing the adaptation from E. I'm liking it for sure, but it's just pure fundamentals, right? You're jumping above somebody. Ridley's up smash is gigantic. Gigantic. So we'll see how this one's going to go. Mr. E needing to dig a little deep for this one.
Yeah.
Gotta stop jumping like right on top of him. It's just gonna get called out.
Oh boy, so FD, this is actually interesting. I don't often see smub opt to go to FD.
Well,
but
Mr.
today,
E went to it.
Right, but earlier today, smub did do it, and I'm wondering now, is it just, it's starting to become a little bit more comfortable. In certain matchups, I think maybe he can see it happening. The juggles that he already is able to get are amplified by the polarization of this stage, and I think that Mr. E, it might be a double-edged sword if he's looking for that kind of escape option.
Still though, stuck once more, and smub now just once again taking his time. Single fireball is going to connect once more here. Now Mr. E going to be able to get the kind of pivot grab that we're waiting to see just a little bit. There's the nair though. Mr. E though going to fire back with a forward smash. Not going to be enough. Even with rage, I love how far down he went. Pressured smub a little bit with the recovery, and that's going to be first stop with the down smash. Jeez.
I'm talking about
Yikes.
this is something that you can do on FD too, because there's no escape, there's no way out, there's no escape route that you can go to, and smub loves getting his one free shot. He does often go for down smash because it's a huge wide encompassing move. It can anti-air as well. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Mr. E looking a lot more confident in this game number 3 here, going to punish smub with the up tilt and still carrying out very well. Love the jump and the air dodge away as well. We're playing a little bit more defensively, but oh no, smub finds the angle down F tilt, not going to be able to complete it though. Mr. E, another lease on life, has to maintain. Great mash out though, and still not going to be able to find the stock, but we're definitely looking a lot cleaner.
Yeah, at that percentage differential, I think smub's going to be ready for that mash out. And again, it's the jump out. Smub leaning back in his chair, recognizing this is his time to 3-0 Mr. E, pushed to last stock, and all this rage. It seems like smub is going to be able to just reset on the ledge as many times as he can, but Mr. E will find the precision with the nair.
I cannot believe I just experienced the Ridley ledge reset.
He stood up like he thought it was going to happen. He stood the way he wants it so badly. He's going to do it again. I know.
Love it.
He is such a one-track mind sometimes.
Still though, Mr. E jumping over smub is just giving me so much anxiety here. Game number 3, basically even percentage, and now Mr. E has to find a way to stop this. Love the back air coming up from ledge, but it looks like Mr. E is now going to try and find the answer here. Back air coming out from smub here, so now it's just about getting around some of these fireballs, going for the F tilt, not going to be able to find it. Mr. E trying to close the gap, but look at smub just kind of playing safely into the corner, at least for the moment here. There's the grab into the back throw, and now it's all smub. How do you get out of the corner? Both of them just rolling back and forth. It's looking a little bit scary, but if Mr. E is able to get the read here, but smub is so strong.
It's these like stray hits that are starting to really like coast to coast send each other to the sides. Smub looking for a flashing of the shield, trying to get something. Mr. E smartly goes for a grab and that defensive options. Now we're just waiting for that back air to land. It's hitting the shield and whittling it down, but smub has to take to the skies. He has to find a way out. He gets the dash attack of all things, but it's not going to kill. He's just going to set up an edge guard, and is this going to be it? Is this how Mr. E falls?
No, Mr. E keeping the jump. Oh my goodness, the Space Pirate Rush. It's not going to be enough. There's the up throw, but FD so big.
Oh my God, the mix-up of all time. He hits it, the move that never works. I see you, player 4. I told you that option works. I told you. He's going to do it. Won't he do it? I told him Ridley Downer has its uses. He's like, nah, that move should never be used. That move should never, ever be used.
What did I just look at? What did I just look at?
3-0 and a handshake, and smub takes it over Mr. E. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. MDVA coming out.
What did that work? Why did that work? All right, a little serious piece of commentary. If I had $1 for every time that Smub punished somebody for landing on a shield in the past like 3 sets that we've casted, I would have like $4. Stop landing on Ridley, man. That was funny.
Lesson learned.
Chat was arguing if Ridley is fundies. What do
Ridley
you think,
funny?
Nerf?
I mean, technically, because you don't have a lot of like X Factor. No, that's not true. It's not fundies. No, it's cheese. It's actually cheese. I'm straight capping. Is the cheesiest character probably in base roster.
But what about
honestly.
down air? That down air was pure fundamentals, if you really think.
Somehow, fundies won out. I guess we take those. Fundies gang, rise up.
This game is funny, man.
You got it.
Oh, we're unlocking spirits
They're
on the
doing
mainstream.
spirits. Oh, okay. Oh, Wolf O'Donnell. I know exactly why he bought that.
Oh, they're unlocking music. I believe we're going into winners finals, Brig. I can't tell. I don't know.
I think this is Oolong. That
Yeah,
won't be
okay.
a Chris,
So,
so it's winners time.
That
Winners
was the
finals.
first half of top 8 because losers is happening on KML stream.
So we're
But
swapping.
we're moving. Yeah, we're moving into winners finals here.
Oh, bet.
Shout yourself out.
Yeah, I'm Nerf.
I'm Lyric.